Hello there everybody and welcome back to Movie Squirm. Today I'm doing something a little bit different on the channel. I'm looking on to the month ahead for some movies that I'm really looking forward to. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a new thing on the channel, but I noticed that there's some really heavy hitters coming in January of 2026. More usual than we usually get in January. Also, it seems to be a little bit stronger. January is usually the dumpster fire ground, isn't it, for these movies where just the shit goes. But I don't know, I've got a good feeling about some of these films. Now, I am a little bit wary about some of them as well, but we'll get into that when I talk about these movies. We've got 7 films to talk about here. I'm sure there's probably a few more releases as well that maybe you guys can tell me about. But also let me know if you're looking forward to some of these titles as well, and it's not just me. But this might be a thing going forward next year. I don't know yet. We'll see how this video goes, if you guys like it, whatever. If I enjoy doing it, which I'm sure I'm going to because I love talking about upcoming movies. Where I might do it at the end of every month. Now, I know I've done it in the middle of the month here, but I have a lot of lists coming at the end of December. All those end-of-year lists and everything. So I don't know how I'm going to cram it in. But I just thought I'd do it now. Yeah, because I was really watching a lot of trailers this week and stuff, so they are fresh in my mind and I want to talk about them, but they would usually be at the end of the month if I carry on doing this. So yeah, I'm not going to do these in order of worst to best or what I'm looking forward to most of anything. I'm going to do by release date. So let's get into it now. The first film that I'm looking forward to in January. First up, we have We Bury the Dead, starring Daisy Ridley. Now, I do believe this is only coming to limited cinemas, but I'm hoping that my local Odeon will actually get this. If not, let's hope it's on digital VOD within a few weeks there. Seeing as it's a limited release, I don't think it'll be too long until we do see it on there. But for a limited release, I think this movie looks really good. We haven't had a good old-fashioned zombie flick like this for a while, in my opinion. Just like a straightforward, heavy-hitting zombie movie where this sees Daisy Ridley, which may seem like a familiar concept. She's just going to search for someone in this zombie apocalypse. It's her husband. But I think she joins like this military group who go searching for other humans who are lost or may have been taken by these zombies, basically. It's got like a little military angle in there. But I really like the look of this with the zombies and everything. The zombies look kind of cool in this one. I like the whole post-apocalyptic feel that we've got going on here. It does look like it's only shortly be in a post-apocalyptic world or as it's happening, but it also states in the trailer that these zombies look they are going to get enhanced the longer they are zombified. So at the start of the trailer we do see a zombie sort of walking there, you know, like the old retro style zombies, and later on in the trailer I think it's the same zombie is kind of running there. So we're going to get 2 different types of the zombie there. I don't quite recall too many zombie films doing that. It's either one or the other, so that's quite exciting. I think I've got a good feeling about this one. I think it could be a little bit of a sleeper hit for the start of January there, or 2026 as whole, who knows, but we'll find out. I am hoping to review as many of these movies as I can on the channel, and this is one I've definitely got my eye for. So that is on the 2nd of January, We Bury the Dead. Coming on January 9th, we do have Soulmate, or Soul number 8 TE, however you want to pronounce that. And apparently this is all set in the Megan universe. I have heard that it was pushed into the Megan universe by Blumhouse, even though it originally wasn't planned, but that is just a rumour. And this has a concept that is to do with AI horror, which is a big thing now, isn't it? We've had a few AI horror movies, and it is a topical thing in the world now. AI, it's becoming bigger and bigger, whether you like it or not. And this sees this guy who loses his wife. I know there's a love bot online, which is, to me, it's got a little bit of an erotic angle going there, maybe an erotic horror thriller, and he turns it into a deadly soulmate of his. So that, to me, sounds like he's using it to maybe commit murder or something. I don't quite know. But there has been no marketing for this movie. We have no trailer, hence why I can't put any video clips on the screen. All we have is one little image, which I'll put on the screen right now, and this is on the IMDb page. I don't even know if this is a confirmed image or anything. So yeah, this is the one I have more worry with than any. But I do like this concept of it, and it is produced by James Wan, which again gives me a little bit more hope. But out of all the movies on this list, I do think this one that might be the one that fails the most, but we'll see. Yeah, it doesn't all sound great, does it? But this is was meant to come out on the 2nd, it's now coming on the 9th. So we'll see how this one plays out. I can't say too much about it. There's nothing really to go off apart from a concept, and it's by Blumhouse. So that is Soulmate. Next up, we have Primate, which is coming on the January the 9th in the US, and we're getting it on January the 30th in the UK. That is a whole topic for another video where I could just go on a big rant. I hate the way movie studios do this. It's like we are just chicken feed to them, and yeah, they hate the UK. That's all I'm going to say. But Primate is one that I'm really looking forward to. Actually, this is directed by Johannes Roberts, who made the best Strangers movie, in my opinion, in Strangers Pray at Night. He's also done the 47 Meters Down film, so he's decent. He's decent enough. I haven't seen all of his movies, but I've seen a select few. But this one, I've heard a lot of early buzz from film festivals and stuff, where, you know, YouTubers come out saying they had a lot of fun with this one. This deals with a bunch of teens who are sort of trapped in a house, and this chimpanzee, I think it's one of the teens' pets or something, goes crazy and starts killing them all one by one. And it really looks like the chimpanzee is very smart and is outsmarting the humans with all the modern technology in the house. I'm just going off the trailer here, but yeah, we don't really get too many chimpanzee attack movies, do we? And apparently they're 1.5 times stronger than humans, which would make me believe, watching this movie, that they can outstrength a human. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Chimps are so alike us, aren't they? They have got that little thing in the back of your mind which thinks, oh, if they could turn, they could go a little bit crazy and everything. So yeah, I think this is going to be a solid little flick. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and from what I've heard, it is a very entertaining film. So yeah, something a little bit different there in the, I wouldn't say creature feature subgenre, I don't know what it is, but animal attack movie, let's call it that. Yeah, so this one looks like a lot of fun. I'll be checking this one out, definitely. That is Primate. Next up, we do have Night Patrol, and this is coming on January 16th, I believe. And it's also a Shudder original. Now, in all honesty, I don't think my cinema is going to get this movie, but I'm hoping it comes to Shudder around the same time. We'll see. You never know. I've seen some weird movies come onto my Odeon that I didn't think would ever come on there. This one stars Justin Long, who has always wanted to be a cop, and he wants to join this sort of elite cop team, if you like, that's within his police precinct, and it is called the Night Patrol. And apparently they are actually vampires, and they are a team tasked with hunting down gangs in New York. I think it's or is it LA? I think it might be LA, actually. And yeah, basically he joins this vampire team, becomes a vampire, and has to hunt down all these gangsters, basically. And it sounds really fun to me. I did hear a lot of feedback from the early festivals that it isn't that great. But I don't know, I was watching the trailer, thought, I think this looks like my type of film. I do love a good vampire flick, so we'll see. I believe there's a lot of social commentary in there, or metaphorical messages, where the director's trying to get his point across, and it can feel a little heavy-handed. But I don't know, I'll make my own opinion on that when we get there. Justin Long is always a good sell, isn't he, for a horror movie? So yeah, looking forward to Night Patrol. Also coming on the 16th of January is my most anticipated movie out of the lot of these, and that is 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. This is directed by Nia DaCosta, who I am going to forgive for the Marvels, even though it's my least favourite Marvel movie. I think she was dealt a bad hand there with so much studio interference. I think she's actually gone on record to say there was a lot of studio interference. But she done a good job with the Candyman remake. It wasn't perfect, but it was pretty solid. I loved a lot of the shots she done with the kills and everything there. Some clever little creative ways of directing that movie involving the Candyman himself. But this one is a sort of follow-up to 28 Years Later. I believe we're getting a whole planned trilogy, and that has been confirmed today. I think that the third one is definitely coming. But I loved 28 Years Later. It was one of my favourite films of this year. Despite what a lot of people think about it, I've seen a lot of mixed messages. I loved it. It's in my top 5. So when I do my top 10 horror movies of the year list, it'll be pretty high, I imagine. And it does look like it's focusing a lot on Dr. Kelson, who was played by Ralph Fiennes, who we've seen in the first movie, and the Jack O'Connell character, the Jimmy, or the leader of the Jimmies, basically, who we kind of seen at the end of the first film. And I feel like it's going to go back and forth. I might be wrong on that, but it does look like from the trailer that we're going to see what happened previously with this Ralph Fiennes character and then maybe jump to the present. I don't know. just my little guess on it. But a lot of early reviews and early reactions should I say, not reviews, have come out in the last day or so saying how great this movie is, praising it. And whilst a lot of them people can't really be trusted all the time because, you know, they do overblow it. I used to be on Twitter and these early reactions used to overblow movies to hell, and I used to go and see them and go, oh yeah, it was all right. One person who came out and really praised it was Sean Chandler, and I do actually take a lot of trust in what he says. I watched this video before and he said it was pretty awesome, and I think he liked it better than 28 Years Later, even though it's a little bit more smaller scale, he said. But Jack O'Connell is meant to be a great villain in this. I think he was a fantastic villain in Eden Lake. You know, probably his best performance for me, even though it was one of his earlier roles. He was great in Sinners this year. So, looking forward to seeing what he can do with this gang of Jimmies there. But yeah, I love this world that we have created here, you know, being 25 years later after the original film. I just can't wait to delve back into it because it just felt like there was a lot of creation going on there, and I can't wait to see this one. So I'll probably do a little 28 years later, the Bone Temple review, and then a full little ranking of the 4 movies after. So look out for that. Can't wait for this one. Definitely one of my most anticipated films of the year. On the 23rd of January, we do have Return to Silent Hill. And after Soulmate, this is the one I'm a little bit more worried about as well. I'm definitely more worried about Soulmate, but this one, it's got Christoph Gans, who directed the first Silent Hill. I know a lot of people praise that movie. I wasn't a fan of it at all. I thought it was a terrible video game adaptation. I might revisit it again just to confirm that before going into this one. But apparently, this is a retelling, not a retelling, but an adaptation of the Silent Hill 2 video game, which is a lot of people's favourite Silent Hill game. I've previously just played it not too long ago, and I enjoyed it. It was the first time I ever played it. I missed out on the PS2, I believe it was. I enjoyed it, and watching this trailer, it does look very, very familiar to that game. We've got James Sunderland going to look for his wife Mary, who's received a few letters, and she's in this town of Silent Hill. And when he gets there, the place is fogged out. You know how Silent Hill works. And whilst I'm not a massive fan of the Silent Hill games, I definitely prefer Resident Evil and Evil Within. I think they're okay. I played the first one and the second one. That's about it. But I loved the first one, by the way. But this one, it kind of just feels like the trailer has a very low production value. It looks like a straight-to-VOD movie at times. Some ropey CGI at times. The villains really look like they're moving exactly the same as they do in the game. It looks like the game NPC villains have been put into this and just put right on the screen there from the actual game, which is weird. I've seen a few shots of Eddie, who you have to meet up in the game and stuff. I've seen him in here. We've got Pyramid Head in there. He was a frightening character in the game. Let's see how he does in this. So yeah, it does look like it's staying very true to the game. And whilst it looks I'm a little bit wary of it, I respect it for staying true to the game, because not many movie adaptations do that now, do they? Even Zach Cregger's Resident Evil this year is apparently doing its own thing. So I'm definitely going to give this one a chance just for sticking to the story of the game, basically. But we'll see. You know, this one might be a huge surprise. And it's just weird that we're getting this out of kind of nowhere, basically. That is Return to Silent Hill. And on the 30th of January, we do have Send Help from director Sam Raimi. Looks like he's getting back into the horror thriller space there after a little bit of a hiatus. I don't think he's done one since, was it Drag Me to Hell the last time he entered this subgenre? There might be another one. I'm sorry, it's just kind of really hard to think on the spot there. But he knows how to do this type of thing, doesn't he? And we've seen Evil Dead and everything. Movies with a sinister turn, let's put it that way. And I don't think this is a full-blown horror movie, but it looks like it's definitely going down the thriller type route. This sees Rachel McAdams, who I'm sold on anyway. If I wasn't sold on Sam Raimi, I'm sold on her. I watch anything that woman is in. I think she's a wonderful actress. She just has that screen presence. And we've also got Dylan O'Brien in here, who's a wonderful actor. And he is an arsehole boss, basically, by the looks of it. I think he kind of lets Rachel McAdams go and says she's no good. But on the same day, they have a business meeting or something, and the plane actually crashes, and it's just them two stuck on this island. And it looked like from the trailer, the tables have turned a little bit, where Rachel McAdams sort of takes charge, and she's the boss now. but it does look like it's going to go down some sinister avenues there. But I haven't seen too many of these type of movies where characters are just lost on an island. But the best one obviously is Castaway and stuff. I watched one this year called Monster Island, which was great. I do love that concept. And to have Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien in there just stuck on this island, not too, they're two people I wouldn't mind being stuck on an island with, put it that way. Two great actors. So yeah, looking forward to this one. I am intrigued to see where this goes with the Rachel McAdams character, put it that way. And guys, I'm going to be watching all Sam Raimi's movies leading up to this one. I'm going to do a full Sam Raimi ranking after I see this movie. I'm really looking forward to it because there's a few Sam Raimi movies I haven't checked out yet. A Simple Plan is one I'm really looking forward to. And Darkman. I used to see that in the video shop all the time, so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, look out for that big Sam Raimi ranking. But yeah, that is the last movie on this list. Send help. Okay guys, hope you all enjoyed this video. What do you think of these movies that are coming out? Am I right to be excited for these? Am I not? Is there any I missed? Please do let me know. Thanks so much guys. And if you want to see my top 10 most anticipated movies for the rest of the year, I'll leave that in the link for you down below, which is the previous video I did, slightly similar to this. And let me know guys if this is a thing you would like to see going forward. Me talking about movies that are coming out the month after, like a preview if you like. Please do let me know. Thanks so much guys. You all take care. And I'll see you all in the next video.